Well, hey, we're back. I wanted to bring you along as I'm getting ready to pot up the peppers. It's a beautiful day. It's going to get up to probably about 70, 72 today. So we've got all our peppers out. And just dug out the red Marconis. And as you can see, they're all looking really nice. Pretty nice rootstocks on them. Their true leaves are starting to bud there. These worm bin trays are perfect seed starting trays. What I've got here is a nice, pretty deep 18 by 18 seedling box. I built this out of some scrap wood over at my dad's house, and it's about 6-7 inches deep, so plenty of room for the roots to grow. And what I did is took the template there, made my holes, and I'm going to be going in kind of a checkered pattern. I'm not going to fill every single hole because I do want some space between the plants so they've got plenty of room to grow, so just kind of alternated through here. So we're going to fill this up. Probably about 36 seedlings will go in here, and then we will spread out accordingly and repot using the existing trays, kind of thin some things out. But should have plenty of peppers. I've got some hot peppers. We're not growing a ton of different ones. I am going to try the lemon drop again this year. Got the first three those are lemon drops. Got some eggplant and another sweet pepper variety. This is like a bell pepper. That's really early, King of the North. So we'll get started here. So we've just finished up potting the rest of the peppers, transplanting them out, picking out the best sprouts, and I had a lot to choose from. We've got quite a few sprouts left over from different varieties. Had a really good germination rate on the seeds, which is a good thing. So we just finished up the hot peppers, got them kind of in our new home. Basically have reduced the spacing by half. In the original tray there were twice as many peppers. I think like 48 in a tray, and I've got it whittled down to 24. Give them enough spacing so they can put out some good roots, not have to compete as much for water and things like that. So the next step is just to kind of water them in. We want to saturate this grow mix as much as we can. Once I've got a few cups of water in the tray, I'll hit it with more organic fertilizer, and then water in one more time to get that down into the root zone. And then they'll be pretty much ready. So I've got my sprayer here. Make a couple passes here. Again, this is just it's a diluted fertilizer mix, similar to the Dr. Earth's that I was using. Shouldn't burn the plants. And from there on out, probably once a week, I'll, or as needed, we'll hit it with organic fertilizer there to keep things going. Shouldn't really need a whole lot though. The mix is pretty good. It's got worm castings and some organic fertilizer mixed in that I had left over from 2 years ago. So we got a tray of hot peppers. Got some more hot peppers there, a couple jalapenos, some eggplant, some bell peppers, and then I've got a big box of sweet peppers in here. I believe there's 36 or so in here. I've got sweet chocolate, Corno di Toro, and red Marconi. This box is pretty deep. Actually, all these are pretty deep, which should help as far as them, not drying out as quickly in the greenhouse. So the rest of these sprouts, probably I go ahead and toss them. We've got plenty of peppers there. I would pot them up, but I don't know. At some point, you gotta spray. The hardest part of starting seeds and sprouting is having leftovers that don't make it, or that you're not going to be using. So anyway, it's always good to grow more than what you need initially, just in case something happens. And in fact, I may go ahead and pot these up into another tray just as a bunch in case something happens over at the greenhouse. We'll see. So next step is to get them over to the greenhouse where it's probably 90, 100 degrees in there. Definitely more along the line of what these peppers really want, as opposed to the grow room, which is about 70 or so, 75. So anyway, we'll kind of go from there. Yeah, so I thought we were done planting, but a little helper came out, so we decided to pot up the Swiss chard into a larger tray now that I've got some trays available. So Sayla's done a pretty good job making the holes, and now she's planting. She's doing really good. Good job, honey. Be careful how you hold those seedlings, honey. This is orange Swiss chard. Doing a good job, honey. Just help you a little bit.
I think I'm done with these.
Next step now, honey, is I need to get some more dug out, don't I?
Daddy, do you think we could go do some pink ones?
We'll do the pink ones last. We'll do the orange ones right now.
What's an orange one?
It's amazing, all the different varieties. Let me separate them real quick. All the different varieties. Swiss chard. Let's put that one there. Spacing these out a little bit will give them a little more room to grow. Won't be competing as much. Well, go ahead and push dirt against it, or I mean soil there. Grow mix.
More orange ones.
More orange ones.
Can I pull some out?
They're in there pretty good. I think if you try pulling them out, it's going to break it, honey. Let Daddy... Let me get some out for you real quick. 1 minute. pretty good. One of the things, I didn't have the lights close enough on these, and they've kind of been on the edge of the map. Just trying to give my peppers most of the heat and the light. But these should grow pretty quickly, make up for it. So we'll do that, and then we'll get all these trays out to Grandpa's house.
Hey, tiny one, where's this one?
So we just finished up potting up the pink Swiss chard and found something interesting here. I love these, you know, they've got their seed leaves and their true leaves are starting to bud. Okay. So, but this one here has 3 seed leaves. That is very interesting. Again, most of them have 2. This one's got 3. The other thing that's interesting about that, there wasn't really any kind of noticeable size difference as far as the rootstock. But with that being said, with these having 3 leaves as opposed to 2, maybe that one will have some kind of advantage going forward as far as processing sunlight, things of that nature. So, meanwhile, Sayla here has been playing in the dirt, in the grow mix here.
I got some wet dirt and some dry dirt.
Yeah.
That's my painting. That I just took my picture.
It's pretty fun to play in the dirt, isn't it? Yep. Well, you'll get to play in the dirt this spring for sure, as we're out at Grandpa's house planting the garden. Speaking of which, we need to be heading over there soon to get our seedlings over to the greenhouse.
Oh, Daddy, I need to hit that green button to have a bullseye. Oh, bullseye.
So anyway, we're gonna water these in like we did the other seedlings. Dispose of the ones that didn't make the cut. You know, I didn't really have much of a root stock. Gonna go from there. So, guess that's it for now. Until next time, happy gardening. Bye. Well, we've got the plants out of Dad's house. Got the flats on the ground. Pretty much have the greenhouse to capacity as far as the lower level. If we had some tables built, we'd have quite a bit more space. Not quite ready to put anything up top yet because they gotta get adjusted, but one area of concern, you know, tomatoes, they're looking just a little sickly. I think part of it being transplanted, but 2 of these trays, Dad had filled these up in addition to what we had already done, which normally would have been fine, but for them being as tender as they are, I think it was kind of drowning out the roots a little bit, and they were kind of waterlogged. The roots couldn't breathe. I think it kind of affected some of them. 2, it did get kind of cold last night, around 48 degrees, something like that. So we've got a space heater in here tonight that we're going to turn on, you know, after the sun sets and all that, to keep the temperature a little higher to help these things. I drained the water from the trays to give, you know, so the grow mix will dry out a bit, to give the roots a chance there, and hopefully that'll be enough to keep them going, because they're going through a little bit of a transplant shock for sure. So I'm a little concerned on that front. Also, having a heater in here, we want it in here because we've got our peppers in here now. So we'll see. We'll see how things turn out. Hopefully for the best. In the meantime, there is a window louver coming in the mail for the greenhouse, along with an automatic opener. So I'll be making a video on that once we get that going and see how that installs, because we'll definitely need that in the summertime if this is going to be usable. Right now it's 80 degrees, and that's with the vent open about 7-8 inches, and this door has been open most of the day. We're going to close it up now though, and try to get things warm. So I guess that's it for now. Until next time, happy gardening. Bye.